Hi, I'm Brant at Crocker Farm, and this is going to be kind of a quick show and tell of some pretty rare upstate New York stoneware that we're going to be selling as part of our November 2nd, 2013 Stoneware and Redware auction. These pieces were all made in North Bay, New York, which, if you're not aware, is on the north side of Oneida Lake, not far from Oneida and Syracuse. These pots were all made by a potter. He was a German immigrant potter. His name was John C. Welde. I think it's pronounced in the proper German, it would be Welde. I'm not actually sure how people prefer to pronounce his name. He became known for these stencil designs you see. So while some northeastern U.S. stoneware potters were stenciling their work, most are known for freehand or slip trail designs. They were not using stencils. Stenciling is typically associated with southwestern Pennsylvania stoneware in particular. But what Welde did was he decided that he could apply the sorts of interesting designs that other potters were doing. In fact, some extremely rare ones like this cow, for instance, but he could do it with a quicker, I guess you could say, production style of stenciling. And unlike some northeastern U.S. stenciled ware that's kind of looked down upon by collectors, these actually turn out very cool, and they're highly sought after by collectors. This is a fairly rare mark, and the selection we're going to be selling on November 2nd is probably the best selection of North Bay stoneware to ever come to auction in a single sale. So just to quickly show these pieces off, here we have a jug with a variant of Welde's mark, just North Bay. And this is a bird perched on a foliate design. And you can see the bird itself is stenciled, but the design is slip trailed, meaning it was done with a nozzle, basically. This also just has the North Bay mark, but here's a deer. Obviously, deer appearing on American stoneware are highly sought after. This one is stenciled. It is standing on kind of a sponged ground here. I don't think this is stenciled, I think it's just sponged. This bears the more verbose mark, J.C. Welde, North Bay. And this bears two facing birds on a sponged ground as well. And then here's a crock, J.C. Welde, North Bay, and this bears, as I said, a very rare cow design, also on a sponged ground, but then flanked by a couple of different slip-trailed designs meant to resemble trees or bushes or something like that. But as I said, this is the selection we're going to be selling on the 2nd, November 2nd, I should say, is one of the greatest selections of Welde's work to ever come up in a single sale, and it's just really cool to have all these pretty rare pieces in one grouping.